Well, this should be fun. Like many watches before, I'm going to talk about a watch that I know very little about. So this is the Nomos, and I believe this is called the Club. So this is Model Club. This is the 36 millimeters. I measure 36.16 case width. If you want to include the crown, I have 39.5 millimeter. It is an insanely thin at 8.37 millimeter. I confirmed with my calipers, and I believe that's what it actually says on their website too. So they have very specific measurements. 18 millimeter lug width. The lug to lug on this guy is 47 millimeter. So my good friend Ryley, which I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in the description, sent me this for a review. He has quite a bit of wrist time with this guy. That is on my 7 1/8 inch wrist. So for guys with +7 that like to wear the smaller watches, this one totally works because of the 47 lug to lug. You could totally wear this. I mean, I think it fits fine. And it's sometimes fun to wear watches that are a little bit smaller than you're used to. You can tell the felt quality on this thing is just next level. The case finishing and everything, obviously it's smudged up. And Ryley has used this. You can see which hole he uses it on. I think he has a little bit less than a 7-inch wrist. Has a nice signed buckle there. This is really good, high quality Horine leather. And you can tell it's, it's broken in, but I don't think I don't think it needs much breaking in, really. This is a hand wind only, and it uses again, see, now this is where I don't know a ton about it. I'm going to put a link to direct to the Nomos website where you can buy this for $1,550 US dollars. And so there'll be more info there. There's their movement. I'm not sure if it's a altered movement from something else or if it's totally in-house. I really don't know. Excuse my ignorance on it. I do know that they claim on the website, if you read it, it says you only have to wind it like once every 2 days. And when Ryley sent this to me, it actually was magnetized. He has done a bunch of over the big water flights, and I think what had happened is through all those airport terminals, he actually got this guy magnetized. So I ran it through the demagnetizer and I put it on the watch poly. I think this video's kind of short enough. I may include a watch polygraph at the end. Now it performs really well. Somewhere between +1 and +3 seconds. The amplitude is really good. It has a slight dome to the sapphire crystal. It has a signed crown. And like I said, it's hand wind. It is not a screw down crown. It is only 10 atmos or 100 meter water resist. So no real worries for this type of watch. I think it's fine. You can see the dial and the way it's printed and everything is just superb. This has a galvanized silver dial. And I believe those are all black hands with a nice orange accent. A little bit of a close-up there. You can see it's made in Germany. Very well done watch. Let's see, it beats at 21,600. I guess I really don't know what else to say about it. I will show it next to Bruce sent in his Timex. So kind of similar size. You can see that the Nomos is definitely larger. I mean, you're talking about totally different price points here. But just kind of cool to see if you're going to dabble in the smaller watches. The Nomos would be a home run as far as I'm concerned. And they kind of hold their value. I did a quick search on eBay. And depending on the condition, I think they sell anywhere from like around $1,000 all the way up to potentially $1,300 for this exact model. So even if you buy it new directly from Nomos at the $1,550, you're really not, it's not a huge risk when you're talking about these price points. So if you dabble in the used market, you're definitely going to retain that value. So if you buy one around the $1,200 range, I think it's a pretty safe bet. So pretty cool watch if you're in the market for one of these. I will now cut to a little watch polygraph. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next vid. Probably tomorrow.